Hey everyone, this is Vamsi from CodeRefer.com, and today we're going to see a second tutorial on shared preferences. As you know, we'll be continuing from the first video. We'll be creating a new project. Let's name it as Android SharedPreferences example, and let's start it right now. So here I'm entering the application name and clicking on next, keeping as it is and clicking on next. So let's select empty activity and click on finish. So here's our new project. Let's edit our activity underscore main. So I will be fast forwarding the layout editing. If you have any doubts, you can pause this video and you can check out whenever you have any doubt. So I'm fast forwarding this layout editing. So what we'll be doing is we'll be creating an edit text and a checkbox and a login button, so that whenever user enters a data in edit text and whenever user clicks the checkbox and click on login, the data will be shared in our shared preferences accordingly, and it will be displayed in our second activity based on the data which we saved in our first activity. So this is our intention. We'll be making a references for edit text, checkbox and login button accordingly in our first activity.java. So we'll be setting an on-click listener on login button, new on-click listener, anonymous inner class. We need a second activity to call. So let's create a second activity, a new activity and empty activity. So let's create an empty activity, naming it as second activity, and click on finish. So we created a second activity. Let's also edit this layout file accordingly. So I'll be creating two text views. One will be showing my username, and second will be showing the data if a user clicks on "Are you a human?" button, or if a user unchecks the "Are you a human?" button. So based on true or false, we'll be displaying two different types of text views accordingly. So let's get a handle on shared preferences. Get shared preferences. It will be accepting a key and a mode, which we have discussed in our previous tutorial. If you didn't follow the previous tutorial, you can check out the link in the description below. So editor is equal to shared preferences dot edit. So with the reference to editor method, we can put the string using a method called putString, which accepts two parameters. One is a key, and second will be passing whatever the data user has entered in our edit text. So directly we'll be storing the data in our shared preferences. We can also store the data of boolean values using putBoolean method. Similarly, there are other few methods which we discussed in our previous tutorial. So editor.apply will save the data to shared preferences. So let's open a second activity and let's make a references for both the text views and fill the data accordingly. So as you can see, if you open Device Explorer, you can see the data folder, which consists of a data folder again, and which consists of our package called com.coderefer.android shared preferences, which currently consists of only two folders, cache and code cache. But we cannot see the folder called shared pref. So let's run our application and let's fill some data and click on login button, so that the data will be stored in shared preferences. So let's open it and synchronize it again. Now you can see the shared prefs folder, which consists of an XML file called mypref. If you open that thing, you can see the data which is stored as a key value pairs. So a Boolean value is stored and a string is stored accordingly, according to the data which we passed in our main activity. So let's use this data in our second activity. Let's mix these key values as constants so that we can directly access them from second activity also. Let's put it as static, and let's make the access modifier as public. So let's go to the second activity, and now we can directly access those keys. So get shared preferences, we need the mode also. So we'll be entering the mode as mode underscore private. Dot get string, which also takes two parameters, which is a key value. We'll be also converting these to a constant, and we'll be accessing it accordingly. So the default value is stored as default. So tv call.setText of name. So we also need the boolean value. So boolean is human is equal to, we'll be also converting the same the boolean key as a constant so that we can access directly from here. So now we can know whether the user has checked or unchecked the is human checkbox. So we'll be displaying the data accordingly. If a user has checked, we'll be showing our app has been verified that you are a human, congratulations. Else we'll be displaying, hey, you are not a human, get out of my app. So let's run these things again. So before running, we need to create an intent and start activity. So we'll be starting the activity by using start activity method and passing this intent. So let's run our app to check whether it's working or not. If you open my emulator, let's give the name as Krishna right now, and I'll be checking this and clicking on this. You can see that the data accordingly. If you click on login and checking, hey, you are not a human, get out of my app. Now we are storing our data using shared preferences and displaying the data accordingly. So hope this video helped you. If you like this video, click on like button. If you didn't subscribe to my channel, please click on subscribe button below. And that's it guys. Thank you for watching this video, and let's meet in the next tutorial.